Have you ever pondered the intricate relationship between emissions and our environment? It's an intriguing discourse, one that stretches far beyond the realms of industrial smokestacks or car exhausts. Today, we dive into the concept of emissions intensity and its surprising connection to something as seemingly unrelated as bank loans. Emissions intensity, a term that might sound complicated, is in fact quite straightforward. It refers to the volume of greenhouse gas emissions produced per unit of economic output. In simpler terms, it's a measure of how dirty or clean a business's operations are. For example, a coal power plant has a high emissions intensity because it emits a lot of greenhouse gases for each unit of electricity it generates. On the other hand, a wind farm has a low emissions intensity, as it produces electricity without emitting any greenhouse gases. So where do bank loans fit into all this? Well, banks play a crucial role in our economy, providing the capital needed for businesses to operate. When a bank gives a loan to a business, it's indirectly supporting the activities of that business. If the business has a high emissions intensity, the bank is, in a way, supporting a high level of greenhouse gas emissions. This connection between emissions intensity and bank loans is leading to a significant shift in the banking sector. More and more banks are beginning to consider the emissions intensity of businesses when deciding whether to give them a loan. This shift is not just about protecting the environment, but also about managing risks. Businesses with high emissions intensities could face future regulations or lawsuits that could impact their ability to repay their loans. In a nutshell, the relationship between emissions and the environment is not just a scientific issue, it's an economic one too. Emissions intensity is a key factor that banks are beginning to consider when giving loans. This shift in the banking sector could have significant impacts on both our economy and our environment. Today, we've explored the concept of emissions intensity and its surprising connection to bank loans. We've seen that it's not just about the amount of greenhouse gases a business emits, but also about the economic output that those emissions produce. We've also seen that the banking sector is beginning to take this into account, which could lead to significant changes in both our economy and our environment. This has been an enlightening journey, one that has taken us from the realms of environmental science to the heart of our economic system. It's a clear illustration of how interconnected our world truly is and how our actions, even something as mundane as a bank loan, can have far-reaching impacts on our environment. It's a reminder that to tackle the environmental challenges we face, we must consider all aspects of our society, including our economic systems.